Hey YouTube, it's Lisa Purdy with Truck Talks. Today I wanted to kind of take a side note and really talk about honoring your spouse. For those of you who are married, I really enjoy being married. I know that it can be tough sometimes to combine thought processes and, we see things so differently at times, but I absolutely love partnering with my husband in life, and I want that for other people. It's genuinely the best thing I have going on in my life. And so I wanted to just kind of take a second to maybe just think about that for a second about, if you are married, what does that look like for you? Do you how do you honor your spouse? I think some things that come to mind would be, do you know what's important to them? Like, what are their dreams and ambitions, and what are they going for? Are you helping to support and encourage them in that way? Or are you someone who's like, yeah, I don't know that that's going to happen, or I don't believe you? Or you don't see it as such a big deal? I think it's very important to support one another, because chances are you have dreams too that you would love for your best friend to be partnering with you, and then, what are little things that matter to your spouse? Like, I've heard people talk in the lunchroom, I really don't like it when my husband I've told him 50 million times to take his socks off the floor and just put them in the clothes bin, and he refuses to do it. And then they get mad because then their husband will take them on a trip or something, and the husband will think they're good. But you can't pay for a trip what you messed up with your socks on the floor, right? So if something little like that, like keeping a room clean, because it helps them de-stress, or allowing them to go out with their friends once a month, or once a week, or however you guys have it set up, to let them get away and just be themselves, or go on date nights. I mean, come on. When people get married, you hear about it all the time, like, all of a sudden, the passion dies or something, and that is ridiculous. Like, that is your choice. We love date nights. We look forward to them. Now we're going regularly, almost like every other week. It seems like your weeks go so fast, we talk and laugh the whole time. I absolutely love them. So I would encourage you to find time for each other. Some people work together, so find time where you just talk about work. Find time where you just talk about the kiddos. Okay, what are we doing? What's our schedule? Blah, blah, blah. Because that can take up some time. But schedule intimate time to talk. Time to recapture things. Where are you at? What are you struggling with? What are you dreaming about? What do you want to go after? What's important to you? Do you even know their favorite color still? Sometimes that changes. Do you know that they're tired of the meals that you keep getting, or do they feel like they're in a rut in something in their life? How can you honor your relationship? And then also, I want to land on the fact that, please, whenever you talk about your spouse, be in a way that if they were in the room, they would feel honored by your conversation. You should absolutely never go out and dog your spouse somewhere. If you are at work and you are discussing negative things about your husband or your wife just to get conversation and to feel like you're being liked, shame on you. That is not how you do things. You did not marry that person because you wanted to go and mess them up like that. So, sorry to be tough, but it's worth considering. It absolutely breaks my heart to think that someone would feel that way towards their spouse. And chances are they really don't. They're just frustrated about something. And then also, there is a book out there about the 5 love languages. And I highly recommend, if you are kind of curious about more of this stuff, or finding ways to really connect better. You say it's been 5, 10, 20 years and you want to look at something else to really reflect with each other. That's a good book, and even newlyweds or really can appreciate it because you can find out different things about each other. Like, for instance, I am someone who words of affirmation go a long way. My husband, acts of service do. So, for him to say, or for me to say clean our room or something when he's not expecting it, but even though I know he loves it, to have rooms cleaned. And then for him to say, wow, thanks for doing that. I know you've been busy. Huge win for both of us, right? Doesn't take much time, but it totally hits the ball out of the park. So, let's see, what else? I think marriage is vitally important. It's underestimated. I think a lot of people can't actually fulfill their dreams without their spouse. And it's interesting because sometimes you hear people say that, well, if I hadn't gotten married and had kids, then I would have had time to do this. No. Your spouse is who can push you to actually go after your dreams. So, I hope that encourages you or gives you a few things to chew on. I'm not trying to be super tough, but I do passionately love marriage and what it can do for families. And so, if you're not married, I absolutely pray that the right person comes your way soon, because it is a beautiful thing to be part of. So look for ways to honor your spouse, and let me know how it goes. Have a great day, guys. Bye.